This is a class project, and everything that is said in this tape is confidential and strictly for educational purposes only. Hi, Lori. It's nice to see you again. How have you been?
Good, thanks.
Good. What's been happening with you? I haven't seen you in forever.
Well, the kids left for their dads, and so I'm just deciding what I want to do next.
Oh, well, the last time we talked, you were actually thinking about going to law school. So is that what brings you in today, or is there something else you want to talk about?
Well, I did want to talk about going back to school because I followed up on some of the steps we talked about last time, and I took the LSAT, and I performed very well.
Great.
And I applied to schools, and I've been accepted to a couple.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
That's wonderful. That's really good. So where are you at now with all of that?
Well, now I'm having second thoughts about if I really want to take the next step.
Okay. And so what's holding you back, or what's making you second guess a decision that you had already made about possibly going to school?
Well, I'm realizing the time commitment that's involved, and I'm wondering if I can be a good parent and be a good student. I'm questioning my abilities to do both.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is maybe the time management of everything, adding the additional burden, so to speak, of school on top of being a mother and wife.
Right.
Well, so tell me a little bit more. What specifically do you think a concern would be from the time management standpoint, being able to balance it all?
Well, my first concern is, how am I going to find somebody reliable to watch my children during this time?
I can understand that would be a big concern because you've been the primary caregiver for your kids while they're in school.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, and I don't know how much I can ask of Trevor in picking up responsibilities, and I'm not sure how much financially I can take on my own.
Right. And what are some of your thoughts at finding someone reliable to take care of your kids, to help out not only you but Trevor? What are some of your thoughts of what you're looking for in a person?
Well, I thought we would get a nanny.
Okay.
To try to fill the void, but I'm not sure how comfortable Trevor is with having somebody else in the house.
Right, right. So are you thinking about actually maybe having someone live with you, or just be there when the kids get home from school, or what?
Well, I'm confident he's not comfortable with somebody living with us.
Okay.
Which would be ideal.
Right.
But I think the real issue is just finding somebody who can adapt to both of our schedules because they're kind of erratic.
Have you started the process of looking for someone, or what exactly have you done to try to fill that position?
Well, I went ahead and I placed an ad in a couple college newspapers, and so I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens.
Okay, so you've taken a real proactive step in going to colleges because you're going to be in college again in law school. So really that's a proactive, looking for people who are higher educated, and so that sounds like you're on a good track to find someone that obviously has goals, like you know,
right,
that might fit in with y'all's family dynamic.
Right.
So what other things besides a caregiver? You had mentioned that just how the whole dynamics of the family is going to change, how you're going to do in school. What else? If, let's say that the piece of the puzzle was filled with having the perfect nanny in place, someone that your kids felt comfortable with, that Trevor felt comfortable with in the house, and you felt comfortable with, what would be another area of anxiety that is causing you to question your decision of going back to school right now?
Well, I'm not sure about my abilities as a student because law school is very competitive, and what if I can't keep up with peers who don't have the same responsibilities that I have, and they have additional time to study and additional time to prep, and don't have the added distractions of a family.
Right.
And I'm not sure that this might, maybe at this point with my kids being so young, that this is appropriate time.
Well, and you really are in a different situation because you're a mom. And you have probably, through the testing and checking into the information about going to law school, a lot of people go straight out of college or graduate school. They go straight into this, whereas you come with a lot of extra responsibilities. So I can hear and understand the anxiety that you might have associated with that. Tell me how you did on your entrance exam. I know prior we had talked that really the whole testing situation for you, even back in college, was very stressful. So how did you do when you took your test to get into law school?
Well, I did a lot of preparation, but I ended up scoring them top 25%, so I'm feeling pretty good about
That is so fabulous. That is really good. So when you put your mind to it, and it's something that you really wanted to do, you were very successful.
Right.
Which is kind of similar to what you're saying. You know, you've laid out for me the plan of how you want to find some very responsible people or person, hopefully it's one, but people who could take care of your kids. You know, you have the foresight going into this that you're in a different situation, so you know it's going to take that much more effort on your part to kind of balance every piece of this puzzle of this new challenge that your life is going to take. So I think you're on the right step, and I think that maybe next time we talk, we can see how we've progressed with finding someone to take care of the kids, and I look forward to hearing more about what your law school future will hold.
Thanks
for coming in today. Have a great rest of the week.
Thanks.